Welcome to the very first video of my channel. I'm making this the first video of 4 things to look for in a stock as my first video, so you can get an understanding of what I look for in a stock when I'm looking to pick my next investment. So I want you to understand, as I make more videos, this is really what I'm going to be looking for in a stock, and they have to check off all 4 of these boxes in order for me to make an investment. So I figured that's the best way to start a video and start a channel, is what I look for in all my investments, or the 4 key parts. So that being said, number 1, great leadership. This is a must. You cannot have any good business or successful investment without great leadership. It can hit all the other 3 boxes that I'm going to talk about, but if you do not have a great leadership, the company is not going to succeed. So in order, this is the most important thing I look for, is great leadership. So if you have a good company, but you put a great leader in it, like AMD with Lisa Su, you're going to have a great investment then, just because you have the team rallying behind a great leadership. Great leader, where do I want this great leader to be in? Well, I want them to be in a growing industry, right? Because if you have a great leader in a growing industry like computer chips, you're going to have an investment. It's not financial advice, but you have the opportunity to find investments that are going to outperform the market, right? We have, before the pandemic, right, computers were massive as it was, but with a computer chip shortage, or even people just staying at home in general, people needed more computer chips, and the industry was growing. It was growing faster than a lot of other things. So that's why companies like NVIDIA and AMD drastically outperform the market. That's what you want to find, is because if the industry is growing, you have the company that has a lot more room to grow as well, because you're not being capped. Because if the industry is growing at the same rate as the company, you have a lot more time for the company to grow. You have great leadership. You can be in a growing industry, but without great products or services, you're going to be nothing, right? And I'm going to use Apple in this case, right? Apple has great leadership. They're in a growing industry, technology. They have great products or services. I have an Apple Watch on. I'm recording this on an iPhone. I have AirPods in. I use Apple Music. I love how it all comes together. The only thing I don't have is an Apple laptop. But they have Tim Cook is a fantastic CEO. The industry is constantly growing. Look at the most recent reports. They just blew away earnings, and they have fantastic products or services. That's why they're the biggest company in the world, right? They have products that mesh well together, right? I'm right here now. I just got my notifications, because even though I don't have to worry, because my phone's up there, I can still see everything on here, right? It's a great way to integrate everything. So this is another must. And we can go back to AMD or NVIDIA. They have great products. They make great computer chips. They make great graphics cards. My old computer before I fried it, I had an NVIDIA, and I had an AMD, I believe an AMD computer chip, right? They make great products. So that's another must. You can have all these, but a huge downfall is if you don't have great financials. You need a company with a strong balance sheet. You need a company that can withstand hard economic times. You need a company that's not loaded with liabilities, can't service their debts. Now, if you have a company that is turning a little bit less than a profit, say you're missing $1 per share on earnings, but you're growing at 30% year-over-year revenues, 15% year-over-year in increased net income, and you're cash flow positive, but you're not making as much money, but you're investing in R&D. Right? That can be argued if you have everything else. You have great leadership, growing industry, great products and services, but you're taking out a little extra on loans so you can leverage into improving these great products and services and improving your leadership, right? Those can work out in your favor, and that can drastically increase your your investment. But without great financials, the business is going to go out of business. Plain and simple. But this is why I say great leadership is the most important. Because if you have terrible financials, you don't have that great of a product or service, and you're not in a growing industry, you don't have great leadership. So, even in companies like Tattoo Chef, even though not my favorite, right, they still have great leadership, and they can make up for a mid-growing industry. As long as they have great leadership and they have somewhat decent financials, their products I actually see in stores, and I know I listen to the people that talk about it, and that's actually tried it. It's pretty good. But the point being is you need, in my opinion, this is what I look for. This is what I need to have in an investment. So, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys look for in an investment. And we're going to go into, in my next video, I'm going to talk about a stock that I love that meets all this criteria. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.